Hi everybody, and welcome to our YouTube channel. We are, as always, your hosts Arne and Carlos. We're having a holiday here, and while we're having holidays, we're doing reruns so that we can run in the garden, I guess.
Yes, and this time we are going back to the year of 2017,
Before Christ.
before Christ.
No.
No, after.
Not that old. But we're going back to 2017 when we were
You're
doing...
funny.
Yeah.
They didn't have videos at that. They didn't have
that's
YouTube.
true.
At
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
That's
How did
way
we-
before YouTube.
Yeah, the times before YouTube. No, this was actually during YouTube.
Yeah. So 2017.
We did a series of Q&As in 2017. I thought we were going to call them In the Greenhouse with Arne and Carlos. But then
the greenhouse became too warm.
yeah, plus we ended up doing the Q&As everywhere else as well. So in the end, we couldn't call them In the Greenhouse with Arne and Carlos. But
That was the idea.
I think
didn't
so,
remember
until we
that.
actually didn't do it in the greenhouse, and then we did it everywhere. Anyway, we did a lot of Q&As, and the good thing about the Q&As is you get to know us better.
And this one you really get to know us better.
Yeah, we have chosen to rerun our favorite Q&A, which probably has one of the best moments in the history of our channel. And if you're one of those people that say, oh, it's a Q&A today, oh, I'm not interested because I'm only interested in knitting, then you missed something really funny. Remember what it was, Arne?
When we had to say 3 things about each other.
Yeah, somebody...
That was very
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
Finding only 3 things.
Yeah, one of our viewers asked us to describe each other in 3 words. And I was looking at Arne and I was saying, if you would describe me in 3 words, what would they be? You gotta watch it. We're not gonna give it away.
It was so easy for you because I'm so...
Sweet and
simple.
nice and kind and soft and
I
gentle.
have new ones for you now.
Oh yeah, you do. Well,
You're good with the screwdriver.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Everybody
yeah.
knows, Carlos. They saw you
So-
made the Christmas star.
So that would be the other Q&A. Describe yourself ironically with 3 words.
No, but you're good.
Yeah, right. Anyway, Arne's answer right now is pretty much as hilarious, because that was actually very funny.
I'm good, actually. You know what I did yesterday?
What?
I managed to get the belt in the back seat on the
Yeah, yeah.
Beetle. I managed to put them in
Yeah.
because I found a YouTube channel, a young guy and the Beetle.
You
He
see?
told me everything.
So now we can take our dogs for summer trips in the Beetle. That's fantastic.
So you can add that to...
Yeah, you're a handyman.
Yeah, you can put that in the description of me.
Yeah, you're a handyman
Along
as
with
well.
all the other things.
Yeah. Anyway, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss Arne describing me with 3 words. It is the funniest thing you'll ever see in your life. Sometimes I still watch it and I still laugh because it is really good.
I can't, I think. I'm too embarrassed. No.
Anyway, you don't want to miss it, so enjoy this episode. And in the meantime, we're going to go out. We've got our garden tools. We're going to go digging in our kitchen garden, and then we need to water the plants because they are looking a little bit in the greenhouse.
And I think I need to get some gloves for my fingers.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get you. We're
It's
going to get
getting
you.
dry and dirty.
Yeah, we're going to get you all manicured and pedicured before the fall season starts.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching our channel. We really are appreciative of your support, and we can't wait to come back with brand new episodes. In the meantime, enjoy these really fun old episodes.
So see you next time.
Bye.
Have a nice summer. Bye. Hello.
And welcome to our YouTube channel. We are here doing Q&As. There's been so many questions coming in. We are very honored that people actually bother to write and ask all the things they want to know, and we're going to try doing our best to answer them. So for these week's questions, let's go. Now we have a question, and we've prepared the answer for this one with props. Jody would like to know a little bit about the easiest sock in the world. We've had this question a few times. Whoops.
I I brought the foot.
Yeah, Arne brought a foot to illustrate this particular question. We've had it quite a few times. It's about the thread, the afterthought heel, where to place the contrasting yarn for the heel stitches. So the way she's asking it is she'd like us to show where to take foot measurements when knitting the afterthought heel. Well, actually, it's not possible to take foot measurements to do this. Well, it is, but it's very, it kind of overcomplicates everything. So what we propose is that you actually fit it on your foot and figure out where to put the afterthought heel.
So just knit from the toe and up to like where the heel starts.
Well, that's the point. You have an ankle bone here,
Yeah.
and when you put it on, when it aligns with your ankle bone here,
Then you put the yarn, the extra thread.
yeah,
Because when you finish it and when you open it, it opens. So that's kind of the hole you have to fill. That's
Yeah.
where your heel is. And it can be, it's like more or less around this area, but since it's knitwear, it will stretch anyway. So if you make it a little bit smaller, it may be better, but as long as you do the same on both, it will be fine. But remember, it's like when you open this, you have to fill it. And that's the heel. Was that clear?
well, I think so. I hope so. But anyway, put it on. I mean, knit it, put it on as you knit it. When you can't put it on further, when it kind of hits here and you can't, that's where you put your contrasting thread, basically.
Yeah.
So there you go, an easy and a little bit more complex answer to the same question. And hopefully you've understood this and you will be able to knit these socks easily now.
It's very easy.
Patricia has a question. She would like to know, for example, knitting a cardigan from the Knitting Dolls book, how to make it larger for a child cardigan. How do you do the calculations? Again, another great idea for another great tutorial.
But that's easy if you pick your yarn and then it's written on the yarn how many stitches on 10 centimeters in the width and the height. And then you take the measurements on the kid and you make a sample and you knit a sample to see if your tension matches the one that is on the label for the yarn. And then you just enlarge it.
But it's going to be a great tutorial.
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll do a tutorial on that, Patricia. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
We're putting it in our little black book, and suddenly one day there'll be a tutorial for that. Okay, a couple more questions before we wrap this up. This is interesting. Karen Marie would like us to use 3 words to describe each other. So describe me in 3 words, Arne.
3 words.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard. I could use more.
Yeah, but if you could use 3 words, what would it be?
Like a sentence or?
3
like
words.
You're smart.
Okay, that's 1 word.
Ja, and what more? Hva heter det på klart å si det på engelsk? Du er god med penger.
That's not 3 words. Okay, should I describe you in 3 words first? Okay, so when I think of Arne, I think of very relaxed, hardworking.
That's not 3. That's 3 words.
No,
Relaxed,
hardworking with a hyphen. Relaxed, hardworking, and zen. He's very zen. He's very.
No, you're not. You're like the opposite.
Okay, I put 3
Well,
words.
he is hardworking, but not zen, and not relaxed. You're always.
Yeah, but you need 3 words. Okay, relaxed, zen, hardworking. Those are my 3 words for you. Can you please
Not relaxed, was that? Stressed?
Okay, that's a word.
Hardworking
Okay.
and not zen.
What happened to smart?
Well, yeah, I forgot smart. And good with money.
Okay, so well, Arne couldn't actually.
And great hair.
Okay. Okay, so that's 5 or 6 words now.
And you're also very funny. You're so funny.
You're funny too.
He's so funny.
Okay, can we change the words? I want to describe Arne funny.
No, you're the funny one.
No,
you're
you're
so
funny.
funny. Sometimes you don't even know that you're funny. And that's so funny.
Okay, so.
Funny, smart, not relaxed, stressed.
Okay,
Very stressed.
and Arne is zen, hardworking, and funny.
very picky.
Okay, so I think we've got it. We've got it. We're not going to keep going because this is already getting out of hand.
people and then you
No.
everything like in order.
No. Don't even go there.
And you think I'm messy? You didn't say messy. I'm always messy.
Okay, I think, Karen Marie, that we're going to leave the rest of this discussion to when the cameras are off because, yeah, a lot of things have come up here now that we need to discuss.
And he's like, you're also
Yeah,
like,
okay, let's...
Oh, no. You're like what you call an andpilot. When we co-pilot when we drive cars, especially if we're like in other countries.
Okay.
He knows everything about driving a car, but he don't drive a car.
Next question.
He's like Hyacinth Bouquet.
Arne, let's go to the next question.
Ride the bicycle.
Annette would like to comment something. She has a question. She says that, I'm moving on. She says that on the knitted dolls.
That's another thing you do.
Yeah, come on, let's move on now. The knitted dolls, she says that when she knits the doll, the head becomes a little bit,
We know that's
sloppy.
That's why we put on a turtleneck sweater.
Yeah,
but if that doesn't help, put a chopstick or a piece of fabric that you twist and put that in the neck while you're knitting.
You see, when we created the doll book, and I have to say this because this is our point of view. When we made the doll book, we had children in mind. We were thinking that mothers and grandfathers and fathers and anyone would knit the dolls for kids. And our knitted doll was going to be a modern version of a Raggedy Ann. And if you look at a child, a very small child, when he or she holds a doll, they'll hug it. They will go like this with it, or they will carry it like that. And we were thinking that it really wouldn't matter to a child, if the head was moving around. The thing is, it's turned out that a lot of these adult people are knitting the dolls for themselves.
They don't like it.
And they don't like it when the dolls are saggy, and when the neck is falling down. So that's been a little bit of a challenge for us. We had another audience in mind than the people who actually are knitting them. So, as Arne said, put something in their neck. If you're not going to give it to a child, put in a chopstick or something like that. If you're going to give it to a child and you still want the head to be all stiff, be careful of what you put in there, because if a child can get it out, they can, potentially harm themselves. And then, we suggest wrapping, get a long piece of fabric, roll it up, and put it down, shove it down the doll's throat, and it will be fine. But we
were also thinking about the doll as like a fashion doll, kind of a doll that you could put on a lot of clothes. That's why the head is big and the body is very skinny, because when you put on clothes, the more layer you put on, it looks more like a normal person.
Exactly.
And then when you get all these clothes, the head stays.
Yeah, that's true. So the more you wear, or the more you put on them, the better they look in terms of head support. But it's just...
Put a piece of fabric or something.
Yeah, a piece of fabric for those who care, and I'm sure that there's a lot of people who don't care. A lot of
people care.
We
get that a lot of time.
Yeah, we do. But originally it was supposed to be a Raggedy Ann. It wasn't supposed to be a doll with a stiff neck. But, different
with a lot
tastes.
of clothes. We even made a very skinny sweater or a tight sweater, so you can put under dresses with the turtleneck. to
And then
hold
the
it.
jacket, and then the scarf, and then you've got
So more clothes or a piece of fabric or a chopstick.
yeah. And I think this is going to be the last question. We've answered so many, and we hope that you've gotten to know each other a little bit better. And if you have more questions, feel free to post. And
Each other?
oh, sorry, yeah, they've got to know us.
Us, yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't get to know you anymore.
Well, I did get to know the words that you described me with.
You talk a lot.
Yeah.
You're talkative.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a new word for it.
A new word.
It's
Yeah.
talkative.
Okay. So anyway, it was really nice answering all these questions.
Listen,
And
we're
we'll-
still talking.
We'll continue this discussion
Let's
somewhere
say
else.
goodbye.
Let's say goodbye now, and bye.
Good night.